You know that moment when you're teaching science and you look around the room and half of your students are staring at the ceiling, two are peeling their glue sticks, and one is whispering, "Is it recess yet?" Yep, I've lived that life. For a long time, my science lessons were fine, but they weren't exactly sparking curiosity. And honestly, my kids deserved better. So I started creating resources that made science feel alive: visual, interactive, hands on, and actually fun. And today, I want to share a few of the ones that completely transformed my K to 3 science block. Hi, teacher friends. If you teach kindergarten through third grade and you have ever wished your science lesson had a more magic, a little more wow, and a lot less "are we done yet?" this video is for you. I'm sharing just a handful of my favorite science resources today, but trust me, there are many more in my store. I'll link everything below and you can explore all my custom categories on the left sidebar. I upload new resources regularly, so feel free to follow my store and check back often. Alright, let's jump in. Parts of Plant version 1 and 2. Let's start with a topic that used to fall completely flat for me: parts of plant. I'd hold up a picture of flower, I'd explain roots, stems, leaves, and my students would nod politely, but I could tell nothing was sticking. So I created my Parts of Plant boom decks, version 1 and version 2. And suddenly everything changed. The drag and drop labeling, the picture identification, the simple kid friendly vocabulary, my students were into it. They weren't just memorizing plant parts, they were understanding them. And because the version 1 uses bud and version 2 uses fruit, I could differentiate without any extra prep. I even assign these boom cards as homework. And the best part is, I can track each student's progress individually. I can see who's getting it, who needs support, and who's ready to move on, all without grading a single paper. These decks became my go to for centers, early finishers, and quick review before assessments. Butterfly Life Cycle Accordion Craft. Now let's talk about the craft that stole everyone's heart. Every spring, I tried to teach the butterfly life cycle, and every spring I'd get the same questions. Wait, what comes after the caterpillar? Is chrysalis the same as a cocoon? So I created Butterfly Life Cycle Accordion Craft. And oh my goodness, the engagement skyrocketed. Cutting, pasting, labeling, coloring, it's everything kids loved roll into one. And with 4 differentiated versions, every student feels successful. Some kids just cut and paste, some label, some color, some do all 3. And when they stretch out the accordion and proudly show the 4 stages: egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, butterfly, you can see the understanding. It's hands on, it's visual, and it sticks with them long after the lesson is over. Weather words version 1 and 2. Weather used to be another tricky topic for me. I'd say partly cloudy, and half of the class would draw a sun wearing sunglasses. I'd say foggy, and someone would draw steam. Close enough, I guess. But once I introduced my weather words boom decks, everything clicked. Version 1 is simple and visual, perfect for early learners. Kids learn the weather words, then match them to the correct symbols. Version 2 takes it up a notch with autoplay audio. This one is lifesaver for ESL students and early readers. They listen, they learn, they select, and suddenly weather vocabulary becomes a second nature. Sunny, rainy, foggy, tornado, hot, cold, they get it. And they remember it. I assign these as homework too. And again, I can track every student's understanding from my side. It's such a relief to know exactly who needs extra support. So if your science lessons ever feel a little flat, or if you're creating resources that are interactive, hands-on, audio supported, and actually fun, these are just a few of the ones that change everything for me. There are many more science resources in my store, and I'm always adding new ones. I'll link everything below, and you can explore all the custom categories on the left sidebar to find exactly what you need. Make sure to follow my store so you don't miss new uploads. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and happy teaching.